Express 6 Alpha November, contact Prague Center 118.375.
Center on 118.375, Sun Express 6 Alpha November. Have a good afternoon.
Marathon 2995, contact Ljubljana radar 135.275.
Center on 135.275, Marathon 2995, bye-bye.
Magic Sun 23 Quebec Uniform, contact Vienna radar 128.7, have a good afternoon.
Center on 128.7, Magic Sun 23 Quebec Uniform.
Vienna Center, Turkish 7 for Sierra, good afternoon, flight level 320.
Turkish 7 for Sierra, Vienna Center, radar contact. Etihad 8 Whiskey, Zulu Heavy, Vienna Center, expect Rasta 1 Charlie, runway 08 right.
Expect Rasta 1 Charlie, runway 08 right, Etihad 8 Whiskey, Zulu Heavy.
Lufthansa 289, contact Munich radar 120.65, bye-bye.
Contact Munich radar 120.65, Lufthansa 289, bye-bye.
Etihad 8 Whiskey Zulu Heavy, Rasta 1 Charlie, runway 08 right. Report ready for descent.
Rasta 1 Charlie, runway 08 right, ready for descent, Etihad 8 Whiskey Zulu Heavy.
Etihad 8 Whiskey Zulu Heavy, descend to flight level 190.
Descend to flight level 190, Etihad 8 Whiskey Zulu Heavy.
Vienna Center, Austrian 116 Alpha, flight level 209er.
Austrian 116 Alpha, Vienna Center, good evening, radar contact, continue climb to flight level 230.
Continue climb to flight level 230, Austrian 116 Alpha.
Turkish 74 Sierra, contact Munich radar 120.65.
Center on 120.65, Turkish 74 Sierra, bye-bye.
Austrian 116 Alpha, Vienna Center, expect Ben and 3 Whiskey, runway 11 Pike.
Expect Ben and 3 Whiskey, runway 11, Austrian 116 Alpha.
Lot 312, contact Prague Center 118.375.
Center on 118.375, lot 312.
Etihad 8 Whiskey Zulu Heavy, contact Munich radar 120.65.
Contact Munich radar 120.65, Etihad 8 Whiskey Zulu Heavy.
Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy, contact Munich radar 120.65, bye-bye.
Center on 120.65, Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy. Munich radar, Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy, good evening, flight level 340.
Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy, Munich radar identified. Flying Bulgaria 42 November, Spacer 5 Alpha, runway 25 left, report ready for descent.
Spacer 5 Alpha, runway 25 left, ready for descent, flying Bulgaria 42 November.
Flying Bulgaria 42 November, descend to flight level 350.
Descent to flight level 350, flying Bulgaria 42 November.
Sun Express 6 Alpha November, contact Langen radar 127.6, have a good evening.
Center on 127.6, Sun Express 6 Alpha November.
Lufthansa 289, contact Langen radar 127.6.
Center on 127.6, Lufthansa 289, have a good evening.
Etihad 8 Whiskey Zulu Heavy, descend to flight level 120.
Descend to flight level 120, Etihad 8 Whiskey Zulu Heavy.
Sunturk 27 Bravo Papa, contact Langen radar 127.6.
Center on 127.6, Sunturk 27 Bravo Papa, bye-bye.
Munich radar with 09, good evening, flight level 380. Wizz Air 9, Munich radar, radar contact. Turkish 7 for the Sierra, contact Langen radar 127.6.
Contact Langen radar 127.6, Turkish 7 for Sierra.
Ryanair 7 Uniform Hotel, contact Prague Center 118.375.
Center on 118.375, Ryanair 7 Uniform Hotel. Have a good evening.
Flying Bulgaria for 2 November, descend to flight level 130.
Descend to flight level 130, flying Bulgaria for 2 November.
Flying Bulgaria for 2 November, contact Langen radar 127.6. Bye-bye.
Contact Langen radar 127.6, flying Bulgaria for 2 November.
Etihad 8 Whiskey Zulu Heavy, descend to flight level 090.
Descend to flight level 090, Etihad 8 Whiskey Zulu Heavy.
Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy, ready for descent.
Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy, DB1 Alpha, runway 25 left, descend to flight level 240.
Debbie 1 Alpha, runway 25 left, descend to flight level 240, Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy.
Munich radar, Iberia 07 Bravo Whiskey, flight level 350. Iberia 07
Recall?
Bravo Whiskey, Munich radar, identified. Etihad 8 Whiskey Zulu Heavy, contact Munich approach 132.305.
Contact Munich approach 132.305, Etihad 8 Whiskey Zulu Heavy.
Eurowing 7 Romeo Munich radar, expect Albert 2 Echo, runway 04 right.
Expect Albert 2 Echo, runway 04 right, Eurowing 7 Romeo.
Lot 6 Hotel Tango, contact Prague Center 118.375. Have a good evening.
Contact Prague Center 118.375, Lot 6 Hotel Tango.
Munich radar, Lufthansa 6 Hotel Papa. Good evening, flight level 320.
Eurowing 7 Romeo descend to flight level 130.
Descend to flight level 130, Eurowing 7 Romeo.
Lufthansa 6 Hotel Papa Munich radar identified. Lufthansa 6 Hotel Papa Munich radar, expect Spitzer 5 Alpha, runway 25 left.
Expect Spitzer 5 Alpha, runway 25 left, Lufthansa 6 Hotel Papa.
Dolomiti 8258, contact Vienna Center 124.4.
Center on 124.4, Dolomiti 8258.
Eurowing 7 Romeo, contact Vienna Center 124.4. Have a good evening.
Center on 124.4, Eurowing 7 Romeo.
Munich radar, Austrian 419, flight level 360.
Are you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
The arrival routing will be via the ATC assigned star, complying with all published speed and altitude restrictions. For an ILS approach, planning a flaps 30 landing. Decision altitude is 561 feet. Taxi route in will be as assigned by ATC. We'll be arriving at a remote stand. We'll use the APU, but please delay the start until my command as we have a long taxi in. Descent speeds and navigation radios are set. Airport NOTAMs have been reviewed. Any questions, comments or concerns?
No questions.
Approach brief complete.
Descend to flight level 210.
Descend to flight level 210, Lufthansa 6 Hotel Papa.
Wizz Air 9, Munich radar, expect Everett 3 Echo, runway 35 right.
Expect Everett 3 Echo, runway 35 right, Wizz Air 9.
Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy, contact Langen radar 127.6.
Center on 127.6, Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy. Langen radar, Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy, good evening.
1000
via
to
Debbie,
go.
1 Alpha, flight level
Check.
252.
Descent checklist.
Cargo 8431 Heavy,
Descent
Langen
checklist?
radar contact.
Descent checklist completed.
Ryanair 60 Lima Quebec, contact Zurich radar 126.225. Bye-bye.
Center on 126.225, Ryanair 60 Lima, Quebec.
Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy, descend to flight level 230.
Descend to flight level 230, Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy.
$1,000 to go.
Check.
Flying Bulgaria for 2 November, descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1016.
Descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1016, flying Bulgaria for 2 November.
Turkish 7 for Sierra, Langen radar, expect Batty 6 Alpha, runway 01.
Expect Batty 6 Alpha, runway 01, Turkish 7 for Sierra.
Langen radar, Lufthansa, 7 Mike Kilo, descending via Debbie, 1 Alpha, flight level 240.
Lufthansa 7 Mike Kilo, Langen radar, radar contact. Ryanair 7 Tango Quebec, Langen radar, expect Lumpy 8 Sierra, runway 24. Expect Lumpy 8 Sierra, runway 24, Ryanair 7 Tango, Quebec. Flying Bulgaria for 2 November, contact Langen radar 127.28.
Contact Langen radar 127.28, flying Bulgaria for 2 November.
Ryanair 7 Tango Quebec, Lumpy 8 Sierra, runway 24E, report ready for descent.
Lumpy 8 Sierra, runway 24, ready for descent. Ryanair 7 Tango, Quebec.
Ryanair 7 Tango Quebec, descend to flight level 210.
Descend to flight level 210, Ryanair 7 Tango, Quebec.
Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy, descend to flight level 190.
Descend to flight level 190, Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy.
Langen radar KLM62 Romeo, good evening, flight level 400.
KLM62 Romeo, Langen radar identified. Alpine 76 Echo November, Langen radar, expect Pinot 2 Romeo, runway 22.
Expect Pinot 2 Romeo, runway 22, Alpine 76 Echo November.
With motor 2102, contact Langen radar 118.75, bye-bye.
Contact Langen radar 118.75 with Malta 2102. Have a good evening.
Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy, descend to flight level 150.
Descend to flight level 150, Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy.
Go 95775, Langen radar, expect Lumpy 8 Sierra, runway 24.
Expect Lumpy 8 Sierra, runway 24, Whizgo 95775.
Southwind 9 Whiskey Mike, contact Munich, approach 132.305.
Contact Munich, approach 132.305, Southwind 9 Whiskey Mike.
Lufthansa 7 Mike Kilo, contact Langen radar 127.28.
Contact Langen radar 127.28, Lufthansa 7 Mike Kilo.
Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy, descend to flight level 130.
Descend to flight level 130, Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy.
Swiss 268 Lima, Langen radar, expect Relax 2 Alpha, runway 28.
Expect Relax 2 Alpha, runway 28, Swiss 268 Lima.
Turkish 7 for Sierra, Batty 6 Alpha, runway 01, report ready for descent.
Batty 6 Alpha, runway 01, ready for descent, Turkish 7 for Sierra.
Turkish 7 for Sierra, descend to 9,000 feet, QNH 1017.
Descend to 9,000 feet, Turkish 7 for Sierra.
Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy, contact Langen radar 127.28.
Contact Langen radar 127.28, Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy. Langen radar, Lufthansa, Cargo 8431 Heavy, flight level 142 with the numbers. 1,000 to go.
Check.
Lufthansa Cargo 8431, Heavy Langen radar QNH 1016, expect the ILS runway 25 left with the DF626 transition.
QNH 1016, expect the ILS runway 25 left with the DF626 transition. Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy.
Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy, descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1016.
Descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1016, Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy.
Set altimeter to 1013.
1016. Set and cross-checked. $10,000.
Berlin for Lima Alpha, contact Frankfurt Tower 136.5.
Over to Tower 136.5, Berlin for a Lima Alpha, bye-bye.
Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters.
1016. Set.
1016. Set. Approach checklist completed.
Flying Bulgaria for 37.
Thank you.
Contact Frankfurt
1,000 to go.
119.905.
Check. Flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
119.905, flying Bulgaria for 37.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
With arrow 18 November, Romeo cleared direct of 626, crossed of 626 at or above 4,000 feet, cleared ILS runway 25 left. Cleared direct.
Frankfurt Tower, Lufthansa Cargo, 8431 Heavy, ILS runway 25 left.
Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy, Frankfurt Tower. Continue.
Wilco, Lufthansa, Cargo 8431 Heavy.
gear down, flaps 20.
Gear down, flaps 20.
Flaps 30.
Flaps 30.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist. Speed brake.
Checklist complete.
All aircraft be advised, information India now current. QNH 1016.
Radar altimeter alive.
Armed.
Landing checklist completed.
Thank you.
$1,000 stable.
1,000.
Approaching 25 left.
Approaching minimums.
Approaching
Landing.
minimums.
Minimums.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brake up. No reversers. .60 knots.
Manual brakes.
ICAS auto brake.
1,500 meters remaining.
Lufthansa Cargo 8431, heavy request taxi to the cargo ramp.
Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy. Welcome to Frankfurt am Main. Say parking or advise if need assignment.
Request Cargo Foxtrot 214, Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy.
Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy. Cargo Foxtrot 214 taxi via Mike 23, Mike 30. Hold short runway 25 center.
Cargo Foxtrot 214 via Mike 23, Mike 30. Hold short runway 25 center. Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy.
Approaching 07 center.
Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy, holding short 25 center.
Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy, cross runway 25 center at Mike 30. Continue taxi via Mike 30, Lima 17, November 148, November 13.
Cross runway 25 center at Mike 30. Continue taxi via Mike 30, Lima 17, November 14, November 13, Lufthansa Cargo 8431 Heavy. Taxi light off.
Shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps. Double check that, please. Parking brake.
Set.
Shutdown checklist completed.
Thank you.
The boarding requested. Crew deboarding starting. Crew bus is coming. Pilots deboarding starting.
Sun Express 7 Delta, gate Charlie 16 Alpha, request pushback.
Sun Express 7 Delta, Frankfurt 81, pushback approved. Face east.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face east, Sun Express 7 Delta. Sun Express 7 Delta, request taxi.
Sun Express 7 Delta, runway 25 center taxi via November 1, Lima 3.
Runway 25 center taxi via November 1, Lima 1, Lima